What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sean Peter Bluff guy. Hey, how y'all doing today, man? How is everybody doing today? Today we are reacting to a video about a theory about Blackbeard's teeth. All right, we gonna get into it though. We gonna get into it. The name of the video is Marshall D. Teeth Theory, One Piece discussion. By YouTube content creator Civ, SYV, Civ. I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with this content creator. I personally kind of just came across the theory. I was on, last night. I think I was just kind of going through my like videos on my YouTube, and I seen it. I was like, it seems like it might be interesting. I think I watched like a few seconds of it, right? Like maybe like 5 seconds. I was like 5-10 seconds just to kind of gauge what it's about, and it seemed interesting. I'm like, because we have talked about the possibility of the triplet theory with Blackbeard, right? And some of the evidence is the fact that you see his teeth change. His teeth and his personality changes every so often, right? So, I mean, I don't, you know, it's theories out there y'all probably seen. I'm pretty sure people probably seen these theories. But before I get into this video, before I talk any further about the video, make sure y'all hit that like button and also subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell for notifications, as well as follow me on Instagram, Twitter, on my Facebook page. And if you're looking for a One Piece group to be a part, or communities to be a part of, we have the One Piece Facebook group as well as the Discord. And they will all be in the description. My social media, the Facebook group, the Discord, all in the description box, as well as the link to the original video we will be reacting to. So if you guys enjoy the video we're reacting to, go to Civ's page. Go make sure you show him some love for the video we did by hitting that like button. And if you want, check out his other stuff and consider subscribing. I'm talking fast today for some reason. Sometimes when I like have a day off, I'm like refreshed. So, I'm pretty energetic about these streams, and sometimes I might talk a little fast. But we got Angel's Room in the building. He said, "Hey, what's up? What's good, Angel's Room?" Shout out to Angel's Room. Hey, I'm glad you're here today, man. I'm glad you're here. It's always good to see you guys, man. So, anytime I see you guys come back, I'm always happy. I'm appreciative. I really do appreciate you stopping through, How you doing though today, man? How you doing? Let me know how you're up to. But yeah, so this video, Marshall D. Teeth, right? What could it be about? I kind of talked a little bit about it in the beginning of the stream, right? About how there's theories out there, like there's a theory about Blackbeard being a set of triplets, right? Some of you may have heard, and I think how the theory goes, because I heard like bits and pieces of the theory, right? I don't think I heard the full triplet theory. I've heard other Blackbeard theories, but I don't think I heard the full triplet theory. I just heard it through discussion, right? Somebody was telling me about it, and what they pretty much told me is like there's these set of triplets, right? Like Blackbeard's a set of triplets, and while they was on Whitebeard's ship, maybe I guess 2 of them will be hiding while 1 of them will be up. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why, like, you never see him sleep, right? That's part of the reason why it's this myth or this rumor that he doesn't sleep, And and one thing that kind of one explanation to it is the fact that there's 3 of them, right? There's triplets, so one of them is always up. So to other people, it would seem like, you know, Marshall D. Teach is just, he doesn't sleep, right? But it's really just one of them is always up. Also, there's the part in Jai where Luffy said it's not him. Like Luffy and Zoro tell Nami like it's not him, it's them. That would it also maybe he hides the other brothers within his darkness fruit, right? His darkness ability. So that's kind of the thought right there. And because you see his teeth changes a lot. There's a couple panels where you could see Blackbeard and his teeth are in a different arrangement, right? Like he has some missing, but they're always in a different arrangement, as well as his personality changes. So I think this video is going to talk more about that, expand more about Blackbeard, possibly this triplet theory, or maybe it goes in a completely different direction. I really don't know. I only watched probably like 10 seconds of it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Plus, it's a new content creator I never watched before, right? So that's another reason why I wanted to do it, because I never reacted to Civ, so I kind of want to experiment with a new content creator, right? But let's see. Let's check out the chat. He's Angel's Room say he's good. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, Angel's Room. We got Cube in the building, coming in with the Blackbeard laugh, the Z ha ha. Ah man, I can't do it, man. It's like one of them things I gotta really put I can't just casually do the Blackbeard laugh. I gotta put a lot of oomph in it, right? Then we got Desness. He says, "Hey yo," hey. They said, "What's up? What up, Desness?" Shout out to Desness. And I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're welcome, or I hope you're ready for another stream, and I hope you're feeling better. But it's good to have you. Even if you're still sick, it's good that you. I'm happy that you could stop through the stream. Despite any sickness you may be still feeling, right? Q said this reaction needs a Z ha ha ha. Man, I ain't got the energy, man. I ain't got that. Not the energy, but I ain't got that. I don't know if I could summon the Blackbeard part. Z. It's like because my voice is a little scratchy, right? My throat a little scratchy today, so it's a little hard to summon it. Let me try. I'll try one more time. Hold on. I can't. Oh man, I can't do it, man. I can't fully bring it out, man. I can't fully bring it out. He said, excited for this chapter. Got my suit ready. Will be wearing it as I watch Dripper Scarfino Death by Kai. Dripper Scarfino. Hey man, that's what I'm glad you keeping it up, right? The Dripper Scarfino. That's gonna be the thing right now. That's his name. If he never gets a name, if like Oda never give him a name box, it's just by default is Dripper Scarfino, right? By default. But yeah, I haven't read the chapter yet. I heard there's spoilers out there. I think I heard people. I've been trying to avoid them, man. I've been trying to avoid them because I don't want to. I gotta wait till Sunday, right? Which is weird because it would probably be easier for me to just read the scans and then do the stream on Sunday, right? Because it's because I get to sit on it for a little bit, so I get to kind of process what things that happen. Because sometimes when I'm streaming these chapters, right, I literally like read it a couple hours before I do the stream. So a lot of times I'm kind of missing, like I might not process a certain part of the chapter and fully, and I'm kind of confused about it going into the stream. But I kind of like doing it with a fresh reaction, right? I kind of like doing it with the chapter fresh in my mind. I don't want to give myself that time to process it. I like to go at it with a first impression on the streams. You know, the chapter with a first impression. I might start doing a stream where I go back and talk about the chapters though, right? Just like after I actually got to sit on it for a while. Like maybe I'll do that in some of the streams. I don't know if I'll do a whole stream about it, but maybe like part of a stream. I don't know. I don't know, you know. But anyway, yeah, so back to this video we are reacting to. It's the content creator is Civ SYV. The link will be in the description to this video. Name of the video is Marshall D. Teeth. Marshall D. Teeth Theory, One Piece discussion. So let's get into it. All right, what happened?
We are back with another One Piece discussion video, and this is something I never thought I would talk about. I made a theory video about this oh so long ago, but now we just got hit with some brand new information. Somebody has brought me to the light and showed me some shocking information that backs up my theory from over a year ago. So, if you clicked on this title, you know what's up. Today, we're talking about Marshall D. Teeth. The man, the myth, the legend, Blackbeard, Mr. No Teeth. We are here to have a discussion about, do you think Blackbeard's different teeth formation is an indication of something shocking about him? Like 3 identical brothers. I read this title, I laughed a little bit, and then I noticed how many dang upvotes it has. 5,700 upvotes. 96% upvoted. People love this theory. And it is a very common theory to have that Blackbeard has multiple personalities. It's been hinted a lot throughout his character, between the number of pistols, his beard.
Yeah, I kind of go with the idea that he has like multiple I don't either multiple personalities or like multiple souls live within Blackbeard. That's what I've always kind of gone with. Like maybe I kind of like that theory because it might create that it could be the case to where somebody like Zebek lives within Blackbeard, right? Because Blackbeard shares a lot of similarities with Zebek, so it would be wild to have like, instead, you know how we talk about inherited wills. What if Blackbeard literally inherited Zebek's will by like inheriting his soul, like his actual soul like is living within Zebek, right? So that gives like, that's like, I don't know, either that or the personalities. Like it's 2 theories that I kind of like the most, but the triplet theory, the more I actually think about it, I do kind of like it. Like when the first time somebody told me about it, I kind of shrugged it off. I kind of like, I don't know, like, but the more I kind of think about it, I actually do like it, right? But let's continue.
Knots, his Jolly Roger. Everything about this man revolves around the number 3.
3, exactly.
But not once did I stop and look at his dental records. Not once have I looked at his dazzling smile full of holes. And now this guy has brought new information to light, saying, hey, his teeth formation.
I've actually noticed it before, but I always kind of chalked it up as like a animation error, right? Or like a art error, right? Like I always looked at it like, you know, when Oda draws it or when they animate it or whatever, it's like maybe they just forget how many teeth he actually has in the arrangement of his teeth, you know, because it could be easy to kind of just like forget where his teeth placement is. Like that's what I always used to kind of chalk it up as. But you know, the more I actually think about it, maybe it is intentional that Oda arranges them different, right? Like there's the missing teeth are arranged differently. Maybe it's actually intentional because sometimes they are the exact same, you know. So it's it's a weird thing, you know, because it can still be a art error. It could still be an art error, but I don't think that's the case. I feel as though Oda is very deliberate in certain things, and I think that's one of them. That's one of those where he could be deliberate and just kind of making you think that, right? Like it's something easily glossed over, like looking at the teeth. Like you know he has missing teeth, but you never actually think about like the placement of it. Not everybody does, you know, like not the common watcher. They don't think of it like that. You know, us at like theorists, like, you know, people who with that theory type mind, you know, who ate the theory know me, you know, they see stuff like that, you know. Angel's Room said, but why would that cause his facial features to change? Why would what cause his facial you gotta remind me. I kind of said a lot of stuff, so I'm a little sorry. I don't know if you're talking about what I said or what he said, but you're gonna have to remind me what you're talking about as the why would that you're talking about. Q said, I started to realize that after Marineford. Just curious, how can he hide two brothers? Well, I don't know. Like that's one of my main argument against the theory, the triplet theory, right? That's the one reason why I still kind of believe the personality or the soul theory. That's why I like that more because because to me hiding two other brothers, like two brothers hiding all the time would be tough without nobody ever finding out, right? Nobody ever finding out this. So that'd be tough. Now, since he got the Yami Yami no Mi, it makes sense because he could probably hide him within like whatever the void is that the darkness goes in. But Angel's Room. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the multiple personalities part? Like how would him having multiple personalities or souls change his facial feature? I think that's what you might be talking about. Yeah, see, okay, him having uh I think having multiple personalities can change, like it's weird cuz it's like I feel as though when a certain personality take over, it could change his like I mean that's a good question. You know, like I don't know, like, but I've seen shows, right? I've seen anime where it was like a character with multiple personalities, and his physical attributes change a bit, right? So, I mean, again, like it's an anime, you know. I get what you're saying, but you know, it you could question almost anything. That's a good question though. Like I don't have an answer for you for that. I'm not going to sit here and try to. That's a good question, you know. But yeah, I don't have an answer for that. You know, that's but like again, if it's the triplet theory, how can you hide two brothers, right? Like without them ever getting caught? It's possible, but you know. But let's continue.
Looking a little bit sus. It's a little bit sussy, Baka. You know what I mean? So let's take a look at this. The first picture right here, we have him eating the pie.
Angel's Room. I'm kind of thinking of like if you ever watch Yu Yu Hakusho, the villain what's his name, Shinshui or Shishui or whatever from Yu Yu Hakusho. He had like these multiple personalities, and but I don't remember if his actual physical traits actually changed. I don't really remember that, but you know I think to a degree they changed, but not like, you know. But you know it's One Piece, so it's kind of like, you know, it's One Piece. You know, I've seen wackier stuff than somebody actual like physical characteristics change because they have multiple personalities. We've seen crazier stuff, right? So I don't think it would be off the. I don't think it's like beyond believable of something like that, you know. But it is a good question though. It is a good argument. You know, I won't deny that. Cube says Sensui Shinobu. Exactly. He's my boy. Yeah, he had like multiple personalities. But let's continue.
Over there in Jaya, iconic scene, really cool, and he has 3 missing teeth. Pretty good stylistic choice from Oda. You know, another thing, like I said, revolving around the number 3. Next up, I think this is him after he sees Bellamy getting beaten up, and then we skip to here where he's like, "Yo, let's kill the Straw Hats," you know, like let's get rid of them. Also, missing 3 teeth. And right here, I think this is Impel Down Blackbeard, missing 3 teeth still. A little bit sus, you know. At this point, when you see, every time you see him in this top row, he's missing 3 teeth. You can tell that by this point that this is a conscious decision from Oda to have this man miss some teeth. And then we skip to 543. He has 4 missing teeth. I think this is a mistake, honestly. Considering everything else here has 3 missing teeth, this one with 4, I think this is an honest to God mistake. But maybe, you know, maybe it's another personality. Maybe whoever is possessing this man lost an extra tooth. Somebody beat him up on the playground. He lost it. Somebody yanked it with the doorknob. And then we skip over. He's missing 3 again. He's missing 3 right here. And then skip to post-time skip Blackbeard. He has a full set of teeth. Do you see this? Pearly white across the board.
My man start wearing some veneers. That's what he got. He got himself some veneers. Now that I think about it though, like remember, it's been established if you drink milk, you know, you could probably regrow your teeth. Like that's what happened to Luffy after he lost his tooth to I think he got like some teeth knocked out by Sanji and Hoke Colin. And he drank some milk and things grew back, right? Hey, maybe it's just milk, man. Maybe Blackbeard always losing teeth and he just drink milk, you know, to regrow them back. Yeah, see, exactly. Yeah, good call, Cube. We've seen Cavendish with his alter ego, Hakuba. The face changes might not be the same, but Oda does show physical changes between personalities. Yeah, transformations, exactly, right? Yeah, and that's kind of my point, right? It's just like I feel as though it, you know, I don't think it's an uncommon thing in anime for like physical features to change within like on a person if they have multiple personalities. Now in real life, I get it, you know, real life. But again, in real life, a lot of stuff you see in these animes wouldn't be possible, right? You know, that's why I don't think like it's a good argument though. Like, don't get me wrong, but in the universe of anime, I think it's one of them things that could easily just kind of be, you know, just done without explanation and people won't think much of it, you know. But let's continue.
Became a Yonko just so he could afford some new teeth. The 10th Titanic captain is actually a dentist. It is confirmed here, folks. Breaking news, big news, Morgan. See, I think this is really silly, but at the same time, I do find it interesting that if Oda kept this persistent theme of 3 with his teeth all throughout One Piece, it is kind of sus that post-time skip he has a full set. You have to admit that. Over here, you could say it was a mistake. You know, Oda accidentally took out his 4th tooth. But getting all of his teeth back is a little bit strange. I don't know if this is a personality thing, like maybe his other personality has a full set of teeth, so all of a sudden he regrew them. But it is kind of interesting. So let's see what the comments have to say. Gosh dang it. He stole Whitebeard's teeth. Oh, man. Okay. Now we're just memeing. You know what? Upon further inspection, I think this theory has some plausibility. Look at this. You see Whitebeard after he dies. Oda closed.
Bro, Whitebeard had a nice set of teeth for an old man. You know, Unless he was wearing dentures or something, you know, old guys like that usually be missing teeth. But that's like One Piece, like old dudes in One Piece be having some. They keep their teeth in shape. That's all I'm gonna say. They keep their teeth in shape because even Garp still got a whole set of teeth. You know, like they don't be losing teeth like that. But you got somebody like Blackbeard who can't keep his teeth, right? He either eating too much sweets or just getting them things knocked out, one or the other. We got Sozo in the chat. Shout out to Sozo. He just got kind of a waiting thing.
Close this man's mouth. We did not get to see how many teeth he has remaining as he was dying. I think there's something kind of sus about that, honestly. So this theory about Blackbeard stealing Whitebeard's teeth, still relevant. It's still in the play. All right, next comment. Marshall D. Teeth. Ugh, I wasn't the only person who thought of that. It's such a good title, man. I was smiling from cheek to cheek when I thought of Marshall D. Teeth. It was so easy. It was an easy win. Or Marshall D. Thief. I like that. All he had to do was drink a glass of milk.
Bro, for real.
A glass of milk got his teeth back.
That's what I said, bro.
Brooks Handbook.
Bro, that's literally what Luffy did after he got his teeth kicked out. He drank some milk and he had all his teeth since, right? He had all his teeth since. You know, that's the Brook playbook right there. Like he said. Desmond said, "Hey Joe, what's up?" He said, "How you doing, Bluff?" Hey man, I'm good, man. We streaming, so I'm good, man. I was excited about today's stream. You know, I seen this video last night, and I was like, I'm gonna do this because I like talking about Blackbeard, man. Blackbeard is always just this mysterious guy that we just have so many theories about, right? So he just always brings a conversation, you know. Always brings that discussion. Elson Jackson said, "You, let's go." Sorry for the late one. That's all good. Elson, welcome to the chat. Shout out to Elson Jackington. I like that last name though, Jackington. It sounds like some gangster stuff right there. I'm not gonna go any further than that. But let me stop. But let's continue.
Let's find a good comment. What's this? That's it. He stole the chunks of devil fruit still in Whitebeard's teeth. They don't have toothbrushes in their world, so obviously there's still food stuck in people's teeth. And Whitebeard is a big guy, so of course his small chunks of food stuck in his teeth would be big to us. Blackbeard put that curtain because it would be nasty to see him munching on tremble fruit chunks out of Whitebeard's teeth. Mystery solved. Yo, what if that's true? What if that's true?
Bro, that just explains so much right there. You know, now we know how he got the devil. Man, we know how he got his teeth back. We know how he got the Whitebeard devil fruit. Genius. How could we not know that? Like, how could we not have guessed that? This man, somebody need to give this man a Pulitzer Prize or something. Some type of award, man, because that's just some very ingenious level of thinking, you know?
Whenever Burgess was going after Luffy, saying, "I'm gonna take your devil fruit," he had a knife. Maybe it wasn't a knife. Maybe it was actually a toothpick to pick the Luffy's devil fruit from between his teeth. All right, guys, we're gonna have to keep an eye out on this username right here. This actually just might be Oda in disguise. That theory is so clean and something that we've never thought about. It has to be Oda, confirmed. He had to become a Yonko to afford veneers. Yo, what if that's why he's after the One Piece? What if he doesn't really care about Joy Boy's treasure? He actually just wants some money to afford a new set of grills.
Bro, you don't need no money to afford no grills though. Not when you could just drink milk, right? Just drink milk. We know that. It's been proven already. You know, maybe that's how Luffy beats Blackbeard. Maybe they have a little discussion and Blackbeard said, "Look, man, all I want is my teeth back. That's why I'm doing all this." And Luffy said, "For real, man? All you had to do is drink milk, man. What are you talking about?" And then Blackbeard drank milk, and then that's the end of the series. And Luffy becomes Pirate King. He pretty much wins the One Piece and he becomes Pirate King. Unites the world by destroying all the Red Line and the Grand Line and the Calm Belts and all that in Reverse Mountain. Yeah, all just by telling the man to drink some milk, right? You know, some pure ingenious thing.
It has to be it. It all makes sense now. Okay, this one's actually serious. He's the only character I can think of who's constantly drawn with broken and missing teeth. And then all of a sudden, drawn with full teeth. The full teeth gives it away, I think. It's a stark contrast of his design choice that we see everywhere else. The only time we see characters with missing teeth are either they're getting introduced with missing teeth, old men, kids who haven't grown it yet, are rough or tumble, or if they're really heavily beaten up. Blackbeard wasn't beaten up the first time we saw him. He wasn't coming out of a fight, so his teeth, like that, is a design choice overall. Probably having lost them over a lifetime of being in pirate fights. For him to all of a sudden have a full mouth of teeth, there's something there. This is what I'm saying. This is a stylistic choice from Oda himself. Like, this is conscious. Oda knows what he's doing when he draws Blackbeard with a full set of teeth. I don't know if the full set of teeth is maybe just him getting really good dental work, but before that, when he did have a missing constant 3 teeth,
it's the milk,
I feel like there was
man.
something there. It's definitely hinting at
Come
something.
on now.
And I'm not crazy,
It's
right?
the
Like,
milk.
I pulled it up right here. Blackbeard's whole character, like I said before, revolves around the number 3. Look at this picture. 3 pistols, 3 knots in his beard. His Jolly Roger is freaking 3. Like 3 flags, 3 skulls, 3 sets of bones. Like, there's so many things about Blackbeard that just makes you think he has another personality. Even the first thing that Luffy says about Blackbeard, Nami's like, hey, that guy's kind of weird, huh? And then Luffy and Zoro said, hey, it's not a he, it's they. Like, Luffy and Zoro
Facts,
both
man.
sense that there's something mysterious about Teach. It's not just one person.
Bro, that's like the best line right there in the whole series, man. It ain't no he is they. Nah, I'm playing, but as far as like just something that just gives you so much to theorize, especially for like Blackbeard, one of the most interesting characters in the series, that is really probably one of the best lines in the story, right? To really grow theories from, you know. It's real interesting because it was just like, so it's like one of them like that moment, right? That moment is just something that you could easily just kind of gloss over, not think much of. You be like, they, like, what are you talking about? Like, they're weird. You know, like, honestly, I didn't even really think that deeply about that moment when I first watched it, right? Q said that's Naruto level storytelling. Oh, don't the whole what was it, the picking oh, yo, wow. And then Andrew said don't disrespect Naruto like that. Damn. Desmond says they referred to his teammate lurking around at the place they met him. It's confirmed. Well, it was. Are you? Was that in the SBS? Oda said that. Because I never recall that ever being stated, or that ever being the case. Was that like in the SBS or something? Because it was never confirmed. It was never confirmed in the story. I never seen it. Like, you gonna like send me something in the Discord like that confirm that, like, because if that is the case, I'm curious, right? If that's the case, I'm curious. I'm not saying you lying. I'm not saying that. I'm genuinely asking, you know, because I never heard that. I never heard it was being anybody else. You know, I think that would have been debunked. Like, you know, the fact I'm not the only person that says that whole. I'm not the only person who brings that moment up. He just brought it up. I've heard other people bring it up many times. So, and I've never heard nobody say, "Well, no, that was his crew." You know, it was confirmed it was crew. You know, but yeah, let's continue.
They hinted that it might be more than one person. On to the next comment. Don't think they're brothers. I subscribe to the 3 Hearts Octopus Theory. What is the 3 Hearts Octopus Theory? I've never heard this before.
The
He
Kraken
pumps
theory.
dark ink like an octopus. His Jolly Roger has 8 points and 3 hearts like an octopus, so he can take in 3 devil fruits. He has an odd sleep cycle, and I guess an octopus only has an active sleep cycle of 40 seconds, which is kind of insane. So yeah, Octopus Zoan. Others have suggested a Kraken as well. That's kind of cool. I
Cube.
like that. I mean, I could see
That's
it.
the one Cube
8
be
points,
keep
like
throwing
an
at me.
octopus. We could be looking too deep into this, but I really like this theory. And it would be kind of insane to finally see a Zoan that can just actively hop in water. He would defy the nature of devil fruits entirely. He already does, right? Blackbeard already has more than one devil fruit. And he's breaking the rules of One Piece. The only thing he has left to break is just jumping in the water and being a-okay. All right, next comment. It's possible the 581 is definitely the weirdest. No way Oda would forget to draw the missing teeth, in my opinion. Would he forget to draw Zoro's eyes closed or Luffy's scar? That'd be kind of nuts, right? Like, imagine next chapter Luffy loses his scar, or Zoro just opens his eye out of nowhere and then he just closes it again. Like, that wouldn't happen. It's a conscious decision, like I'm saying. I'm still suspect of Luffy and Zoro referencing to Blackbeard as them-they. I know people think they meant his crew, but who knows? I don't think it's his crew, honestly. I don't think Luffy, like, sensed his entire crew around Blackbeard, considering Blackbeard's crew was scattered around Jaya. Like, I don't think that's it. I don't know if you're being serious regarding Zoro or Luffy, because Oda has done both of those things. Has he really? He's also drawn Zoro's swords on the wrong side before over multiple chapters in Alabasta. I didn't know that. You know what? We learned something new. But I don't know.
What was Desmond say? He said it's only weird in. Desmond says it's only weird in English translation. It's easy to understand in Japanese and German. I mean, I don't know. Like you had to show me something. You know what I'm saying? Because the translation argument is like, translations could be interpreted differently. You know what I'm saying? So. I just need something more concrete than the translation was off in English, Not to knock you, but I'm just saying.
Has Zoro actually been drawn with both eyes open post time skip? That's a new one.
I don't think I've seen that.
New thread. They are not brothers, different heads of a Cerberus, or physical qualities, or different personalities more than likely. He still fought for 3 days straight and was considered to have a weird body, well before he got the Yami Yami no Mi fruit. So there would be no way to hide his brothers. I agree. I do not think it's identical brothers. I think that's a weird one. I am leaning towards the multiple personalities, and crazy take, it was my whole theory video a year ago, but the personality I think Teach has is actually Rox D. Zebek.
What? Man, I like this guy, man. I like this guy. I'm definitely subscribed. I like this guy because that's what I agree with him completely. Everything he's been saying. Like, I don't get me wrong. I do like the triplet theory. I do like it. I don't dislike it or hate it. I think I believe that's more likely than he does, right? Like, I don't think he's really on board with the Three Brothers theory at all. I actually kind of like the Three Brothers theory, and I'm not like, I'm not against it, right? I'm not against it, but I do lean more towards the multiple personalities / souls, right? And like he said, he think it's going to be Rox D. Zebek, and I also agree because I think that's why Blackbeard knows, like he knows a lot more than we think, right? Like he's so cunning, and I think that could also be from, like, I think he's a smart individual by himself, but I think with somebody like Rox D. Zebek, somebody who lived in the era that he lived in and learned and discovered the things that he learned and discovered, like he was out around before, while Roger was pretty much growing, right? Like he was pretty much one of the big name pirates while Roger was still growing in fame. And I think like he probably knows so much, and if he's like, let's say he was there kind of mentoring Blackbeard, like Teach, probably within his soul's living in with living within Teach's body, or maybe he's just a personality. I don't know. Bro, like he could be feeding Teach a lot of stuff, like a lot of secrets about devil fruit, like devil fruits. Um, yeah, like it just be like strategic, kind of like a strategic mentor to Teach. Like, here's what we need to do, right? Because he's experienced so much stuff already, right? He was looking to conquer the world, pretty much be like the ruler of the world, the king of the world. So he knows things. He knows how to go about getting things, you know. Let me read these chat. Desmond says okay, but only English people think like this. I guess so, man. I guess so. Elsa Jacketon said flashback only. Flashback only. I'm a little confused right there. Q said, I've been with you with him having something of Zebek in him. Yeah, man, I like that. I really like that idea. Like, what if now this is off the wall? This is going to be kind of a stretch of a theory, right? Because I don't even know how this would even happen, right? I don't even know how this goes about happening. But what if, like, Blackbeard, let's say Big Mom and Blackbeard was there for like Rock's death, and Big Mom somehow like took Zebek's soul and then put it in the Blackbeard. That's a reach. That's just a reach. I don't know. I don't even know how that would even culminate. Like how it would happen, right? I don't even know how you would get to a point where you got Big Mom, Rocks, and Blackbeard in one location and Zebek's dying. Like I don't even know how that would happen, but you know, I would think like, you know, if it has something to do with souls, you would probably need the soul fruit. But it could be other ways. I don't know how, but you know, that'd be up to Oda how he wants to move with that. Elson Jackington says Siamese triplets. Yeah, that'd be weird. Cause I don't think they would be Siamese because, you know, they would have had to still be connected before he got the Yami Yami no Mi, right? And they wasn't connected, you know. Even Blackbeard as a kid, he was just like a single normal kid, right? And this was way before he had the Yami Yami no Mi. So, like, how do you hide two other siblings connected to you, right? Angel's Room said, I think that would be pretty weird, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I'm trying to put together what y'all like, you know, what y'all talking about, because, you know, I kind of read y'all comments a little later. But it is what it is. Q said every move he did pre-time skip seemed as in homage to him destroying part of MF, crippling the world government behind the death of Whitebeard and Ace, son of Roger and grandson of Garp. That's a good point. That is definitely a good point. He's like paying homage to Zebek, right? Getting revenge to a degree, you know. Elson Jackington said, or he's a cyborg with 3 bodies infused. That could explain the physical aspects to an extent. Definitely feel as though Zebek's will or soul has influence over his thoughts, ideas. Yeah, man, that'd be funny being a cyborg, though. I don't know how I would take that if that was the case. Like him being a cyborg, but now he Frankie all of a sudden, like a cyborg Vegapunk made or something. Like how? I don't know if a cyborg could like mature like a normal human, right? Because, you know, we seen Blackbeard as a kid, so he had to grow up like any other kid does. So I don't know how that would be if he, like, if cyborgs, because I guess they're like half human, half machine, right? Half robot. So it's like, would their human side still age, I guess? I don't know. Q says, so it does make sense that he could have a bit of Zebek. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Desmond said, did he mention with Blackbeard used the curtain because Blackbeard's natural enemy is darkness, as darkness would be the sunlight. So in complete darkness, he may have more power. I've seen somebody use that line of thinking. I don't necessarily agree with it fully. Like, I don't think if Luffy was around rubber, I don't think his rubber would be even more rubber. But you know, I guess with elemental types, I guess that could be the case. You know, like if you're around fire and you're fire, you know, that fire would strengthen you. But he didn't say anything about the curtain. He didn't say anything about the curtain. Not yet, at least. Then Q said, I like the cyborg because we know he isn't a regular human. I always lean towards a hybrid species like human and some other race. Yeah, the cyborg thing is just like, how did he grow up as a cyborg? Like, can you age from I don't know how Blackbeard was when he came to Whitebeard, but whatever age he was, he probably was like in his early teens or something. I don't know, but he was like a kid, right? He was a kid, and then he went to Blackbeard, and then he eventually grew up, right? Like, do cyborgs grow up like humans? Y'all tell me, man. You know, y'all tell me.
That out there. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, that's okay. But if he does have a multiple personality, I'm putting my money that it is Rox, and we're gonna get that Rox flashback when we meet Blackbeard, because we haven't gotten it yet. Next up, it definitely means something. When Oda just makes mistakes, he corrects them for the book releases, but he left these as is. Drawing Blackbeard with all of his teeth was very clearly intentional. Yes, it isn't, like, I don't know what it means though, right? Like, does Rox have a full set of teeth? Wait a minute. Does Rox have a full set of teeth?
I think he does.
Wait a minute. Rox the Zebek. Okay, that's just like fan art right there. I know we had like a shadow of, oh my god, this guy actually had a full set of teeth. Holy crap. This could be groundbreaking. Oh, I'm writing this on my theory list right here, like, oh, another point for Rox. Oh yeah. No. Oda just isn't consistent with stuff like this. I would agree with this, but he's so consistent in these though. Like, why would you just forget it all of a sudden? Right? Like, it's not something you'd forget out of nowhere, and it's now just a prominent thing. What a no chapter break week does to him. Oh, this is good. I love that. This is such a silly theory, but it's actually sparking some interesting questions about Blackbeard. Oh my god, what is this? Oh my god, this guy wrote an entire light novel about Blackbeard and Vegapunk, and you know what? We're gonna read it. This guy put in the effort. We're gonna read it.
Man, before we get into that, let me check to see what y'all saying. Elsa Jackson said agreed at Q, Fishman, Lunarian, and Oni perhaps, with Beast Pirates being the precursor. Kaido Oni, King Lunarian, Jack Fishman. Just some further crazy ideas. Angel's Room said, I think Blackbeard wanted Ace to survive the war. Why do you think that? Just curious. I just really want to know why you think that. I mean, I don't know. You know, maybe he did. I'm not sure, but like, what gives you that idea? And Elson Jackson said regular updates. Angel's Room said, I don't know about Ace's death being a homage. Oh. So you kind of continue what you said before. Yeah, I don't know if Blackbeard wanted Ace to live. You know, I don't think he really cared, honestly. I think he was just more so I think he was just trying to achieve whatever it was he was trying to achieve. I don't think he cared if Ace survived or not. You know, like, the whole point of him bringing in Ace was just to become Warlord, right? You know, it was just it was just part of his plan. You know, like he was Ace for one was already after him trying to kill him. You know, so when Ace met him, he was like, hey, Ace, you're pretty much Ace was his ticket to get, furthering his plan. Just like he tried to get Luffy before Ace. Because he was originally trying to get Ace, but then he seen Luffy as more like an opportunity. It's like if an opportunity presents itself, hey, you take it, right? So he was going to get Luffy, but Luffy got away. So then, Ace pretty much came to his front step, and he used Ace. Ace was just his ticket to get what he want. I don't think he really cared, or I don't think he cared if Ace survived or not, personally. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like, why you think Blackbeard wanted Ace to survive? Because I'm curious. Cube said, I like Fishman because it's the only where we specifically gave a power level different between human and Fishman. A regular Fishman is 10 times stronger than a regular human. Yeah, that's true. So it could be he's 5 times stronger than a regular human. Blackbeard? Well, I mean, I guess that's, you talking to Angel with that one. Desmond said his original plan was to get Luffy. Yes. Yeah. Well, no, I don't think that was his original plan, right? I don't think Blackbeard's original plan was to get Luffy. I think he was planning to use Ace because he knew Ace was after him, right? He really wasn't even aware of Luffy at one point, like before he met Luffy, I don't think he was aware of him. And then he met Luffy, and he had a plan though. Like his whole plan was to get into the pretty much become a Shichibukai, right? He knew Ace was after him, so I think Ace was kind of on his mind of turning over after, because he knew Ace was going to come to him, right? But after he met Luffy and then he learned who Luffy was, that's when he was like, hey, let's go get that guy. It's like an opportunity just presenting itself right in front of us. So he went to go get Luffy, and then he failed at getting Luffy. So, and then Ace eventually caught up to him. And or maybe he wasn't originally after Ace either. Maybe he was just going to try to get whoever he was originally going to, like, maybe he was just going to get whoever he came across, right? And Luffy was just came across him first. But I don't think when he met Luffy, it was in his plans to get Luffy, But I could be wrong. Let me know. I just think he was after it. I just for some reason I remember him wanting Ace because Ace was already on his tail. But let's continue.
So shout.
But then again, I think he did say he wanted to get Luffy to Ace. I got to look back at that conversation between Blackbeard and Ace, because I think he explains it right there. Elson Jackson said, wasn't until he got the bounty of 100 mil. I think Blackbeard was trying to get in with the world government ASAP. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much. He had a plan, right? Blackbeard had a plan, and it was to become a Shichibukai so he could get access to Impel Down and get some stronger crewmates, right? That was his plan, And so Luffy, he came across Luffy, and it was like an opportunity, But he ended up getting Ace because he fought Ace and he beat Ace. Angel's Room said, I think he wanted Ace to live because of him sending Burgess to get the Meta no Mi and saying it would be like having Ace in his crew. I think him saying it's like having Ace in his crew is like, he just wanted somebody strong, right? Ace was strong. Ace had a strong devil fruit. So, and I think he wanted Ace in his crew because he wanted strong people in his crew, right? That's Blackbeard, right? He wants strong people in his crew. But Ace didn't want to be part of his crew. So I think after he really understood that Ace didn't want to be a part of his crew, he no longer really cared. That's why he turned him over to the world government, you know. Like, I don't think he went to Marineford to save Ace, you know. And if he didn't want Ace to die, he would have never turned him in the first place. He would have found somebody else to turn in. He would have probably just beat Ace and like, look, man, I ain't going to, you know, I'm going to leave you alone because I respect you. But I think when he said he wanted, like, it'd be like having Ace on his crew, he just means power-wise, right? Like, what Ace would have brought to his crew with the Meta No Me, that's what Jesus Burgess could have brought. But let's continue.
Shout out to Spiritual Scumlord. Alright, my theory is that Blackbeard is a failed Vegapunk prototype engineered to be able to use multiple devil. What am I reading? This has nothing to do about teeth? No, bring back the teeth.
Hey, this might be for you cyborg guys, man.
Debate. There's a lot of evidence that I feel supports this, but it's mostly all inferred based on the way Oda does things, and I'm just a peasant compared to Gota, whose work I read and reread like a crack addiction. I like this teeth detail theory about Teach because of how clever it requires you to notice the teeth and personalities are consistent between his two appearances. Alright. I will be shocked if this guy can convince us that Blackbeard is an engineered human being created by Vegapunk. This guy has to put in a lot of work in these paragraphs to change our mind on this, or to convert us.
We got a lot of work, though.
Without further ado, I say let's get this crazy theory started. Marshall D. Teach said he knew which devil fruit he wanted and what it looked like based on a book he read, and the only person who's ever referenced that book is Sanji, back on Thriller Bark, talking about Absalom's fruit. I've been waiting all this time to see if the book is common or something that only these two had access to. Now that we know more, considering Sanji had access to it through Judge genetically engineered his ideal humans, and he was talking about it back when he was on Mads with Vegapunk, which we know because of what Queen has said, and it makes me wonder if Vegapunk has tried doing something similar. Judge wanted to engineer people's humans' traits, but it seems like Vegapunk is Devil Fruit obsessed, since we know he's putting Devil Fruit powers into inanimate objects and machines like the pacifistas. Deeming the mechanism for action within Devil Fruit's lineage factor sounds like something you could pass on - give to others. I don't know. It just seems very sciencey name. We know Vegapunk can create Devil Fruits that work damn well too, based on Momonosuke.
Before I go on, he pointed something out that I was actually thinking about a while ago. I just didn't bring it up, but it was about like Blackbeard, right? He had access to that book about the devil fruits, like, you know, like somehow he was able. It was a book if I remember correctly. Like, how does he have access to this book? Because it doesn't seem like a book that's commonly known around other people. And I kind of was thinking about this when I was talking about the idea that Xebec his soul could be living within Blackbeard, right? I was thinking about that. I was like, and Blackbeard could have got all his knowledge about the devil fruits. Like, I didn't say it because I thought about it and I was like, oh, no, that don't make sense. Because I was like, Blackbeard could have got his knowledge about devil fruits from Xebec. But I think it was shown that Blackbeard had his knowledge from that book, right? That it was like a devil fruit book. If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But yeah. So I'm like, he brought up the point, like, how did Blackbeard get access to that book, right? Like, it's the same book that Sanji referred to. Sanji's the son of Judge, a man who genetically engineers stuff. And if he didn't get it from Vegapunk, right? Like not fully taking this whole genetically created person seriously, because Blackbeard, now I think about it, now I'm kind of having a different idea but I'm gonna get to that. If, let's say, he does have Xebec's soul within him, maybe Xebec had like a copy of that book somewhere, and that's how Blackbeard was able to get that book, right? Because I would think Xebec would probably have you know, got his hands on a book like that, right? But kind of going off of this genetic idea, like let's say Blackbeard is created, right? He was a genetic accident, that can consume multiple devil fruits. What if he is a clone of Zebek, right? What if he is a clone of Zebek? I think that theory might have to, like, this whole Blackbeard genetically. So y'all might actually be on to something with that whole cyborg thing. Now I don't know if I don't know if I agree with the cyborg part, but the cloning part though, the cloning. Just saying. But y'all could be on to something with that cyborg thing, man. I'm sorry I wrote you off. I'm sorry. I apologize. Y'all might be on to something. Let me see where I was at. Okay, Angel Room said, I think he turned Ace in because he saw it as a perfect opportunity to get everything he want to get done in one go. Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I just don't think he wanted him to live, but I do agree with that. And then Elsa Jacketon saying having Ace in his team would be in connection to the soul of the user being grafted into the devil fruit as it respawns. Just my thoughts. Yeah. I mean, I guess, look, I do believe he had a respect for Ace. I'm not saying, I don't think Blackbeard hated Ace, but I personally don't think he cared if Ace, I don't think he cared enough if Ace lived or died, right? Because when he went to Marineford, I don't think he was going there to save Ace. Matter of fact, he ended up killing Whiteberry, right? So, I don't think, I'm not saying he wanted Ace to die, but I don't think he cared, The only important person I think Blackbeard actually planned on killing in Marineford is Whitebeard. Yeah, to get his devil fruit. And I agree with that. I do agree with that. I agree with that part too. I don't think he was planning to kill Ace. I just think Ace was kind of like, it is what it is type thing, Like, I don't want him to die, but it is what it is, Elson Jackington said, I don't think the external is a clone. Otherwise, Whitebeard would have said something. I'm confused. I'm confused at your point, Elson. Like, I don't think Whitebeard would know if Blackbeard's a clone, because he could be a clone, but he's still modified, so he wouldn't look exactly like Zebek, right? Because from what we've seen of Zebek and what we've seen of Blackbeard, they're not like identical. They're not like identical twins, but they do look like they have some similarities. We haven't seen like a full on picture of Zebek, but by the silhouette we see from Zebek, they don't look like identical clones, right? So I think Teach looks different enough to where he could still be a clone. He just doesn't, fully resemble, right? And again, he would be a failed clone, right? Or a failed experiment that not really a failed experiment, right? Q said the issue is that Zebek was still rocking it when Blackbeard was born. But you could create a clone while somebody still lives. Clones could be created while you still live. You don't have to die for a clone to happen. I didn't say he was a resurrection of him, right? I didn't. Blackbeard being a clone of Zebek, the external would be different, was what I was saying. What I'm saying, what do you mean by the external? like the outside, like his body, like his face and everything, the external would be different. But all right, let's continue.
All right, you know what? So far, so good. Everything makes logical sense. That book is not common, I will admit. Only Sanji and Blackbeard have talked about that book, and I kind of wish that Oda released a book of that or something similar. Like, I would totally buy a pure manga book if it was just about the different devil fruits in the world.
Bruh, that would be flames. Like, come on now. Come on now. Like, if we got a book right there, you could a devil fruit book, bro. Like, who buying it? Like, put a one in the chat if you buying a devil fruit book. Shit. I definitely buy it. I would buy it. And I don't even buy stuff like that. I mean, I'm trying to start my collection. I might wait to I move though before I do start my collection of stuff, you know. But yeah, let me put one in the chat if you would buy a devil fruit book, right? With all the devil fruits. I think the one reason why I think Oda probably wouldn't release it, at least yet, is because I think if he does, it might spoil some things. It might spoil some future devil fruits that he want to release that might be important to the plot. You know, maybe it might spoil some stuff. Like if he would have, let's say we've been talking about this whole Gumu Gumu no Mi awakening, right? But if that stuff, if that secret's in the book and he released it too soon, we wouldn't be doing what we doing now, talking about what the Gumu no Mi's potential awakening is, right? So I think if he does something like that, he might have to wait for the right time to when it's like there's no secrets about devil fruit that need to be kept anymore, right? I think that would be a better idea. Where was I? Okay, so Blackbeard being a clone of Zebek, the external would be different. Was outward appearance, yeah, and that's why I'm saying like clones don't have to be completely identical, right? Like they could look different, you know. Like again, it's all in how the modification stuff is handled, right? So you know, but I ain't no scientist, so I ain't no scientist, so. But I would think that like they don't always have to be identical. That's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm kind of trying to think of like other media where they've had clones and stuff to kind of use as an example, but I can't. Only thing coming to my mind is Star Wars, and that's with the Jango Fett or Boba Fett or whichever. Yeah, Boba Fett. I think one of the Fetts, the original one, and then there was a bunch of clones and if you ever watch Star Wars Attack of the Clones, like the animated thing, so like the clones be looking different sometimes. Like they have different some of them have different things. But a lot of it is because I think the explanation in the Star Wars thing is that's usually like because the DNA of the DNA of the original host kind of got diluted because he died and they couldn't get the DNA straight from him. So the further down the line of these clones, the less they start looking at him, you know. And I'm kind of thinking something similar with Blackbeard if he was a clone of Zebek, right? Q said the issue is that Zebek was still rocking it when oh yeah, I read that part. Blackbeard is older than God's Valley incident. Yeah, I got you on that. Q said, unless they caught Zebek, I don't see the clone idea. All you need is DNA. That's all you need to be able to clone somebody, right? I mean, I'm not really a clonist person, but that's all the explanation you need in the story is they got their DNA. How do you get somebody's DNA? Their blood, right? Their blood. Their blood. So it's, you know, if that's the case, you know, like that's kind of explained a lot in most forms of fiction that deal with clones. Is like if somebody could get a sample of your blood, like think about like Dragon Ball Z, right? When the one Dr. Gero from Dragon Ball DZ Dragon Ball Z during the Cell saga, how they created Cell, right? They got DNA from all the fighters, you know, and all he had to do was get blood, right? He just get samples of blood by these little micro machines that, you know, nobody was even aware of at the time, right? So all you gotta do is get blood if you want, if you know, if you need DNA. Unless they cause a bad, I don't see the clone idea. Elson Jackson said outward appearance. Yep. Angel's Room said, I think Blackbeard is just Blackbeard and not influenced by anyone else. Okay. Elson Jackson 1. Angel's Room gave the 1. Mugiwara Desna's Gate with the 1. Yeah, bro, that a book like that would be flame, bro. Devil Fruit book. It'd be a dope like collectible, right? It will be released after the series. I hope so, for sure. I think of Metal Gear, where they gave every country a clone of the best soldiers, Solid Snake, Liquid Snake, and more. Yeah, and that's my game right there, Metal Gear. That's like my favorite game franchise of all time. And hey, if anybody got the Xbox and y'all got Game Pass, you know, in case anybody need to hear this, they got Guardians of the Galaxy on Game Pass. So yeah, you could just download that. But hey, let's continue, man. I had this pause long enough.
Or like even Devil Fruits.
Cube with the 1.
I think that'd be really cool. I think Oda should capitalize on that for sure. Alright, secondly, we have a bunch of those loose ends still in One Piece, and we know that One Piece has like 5-ish years left, based on Oda Sensei's words, which means probably 1 or 2 big arcs left like Wano, meaning we can expect all loose ends to start to tie together, since almost everything does in One Piece. Apparently, except for the frickin' Foxy Pirates. I don't know what the Foxy Pirates have to do with this. Were they not tied in? They're kind of just like they were like canon filler, I feel like. The Foxy Pirates are just an oddball, for sure. When it comes to Oda's overarching narratives, we have the Revolutionary Army, the Gorosei, Imusama, the world government, and their new creations that the SSG Vegapunk have created to replace the Warlords. And Blackbeard on the table for some of what's left. It's not...
Hey, what y'all think the SSG is? Let me know in the chat. I'm kind of thinking it could be like clones with like maybe devil fruit abilities, right? Like, yeah, it could potentially be clones or maybe like upgrade of the Pacifista project. Like maybe they just take a bunch of Pacifista and give them devil fruits. Because the Pacifista were already like, they were already kind of a threat in pre-time skip. At post-time skip, they kind of, you know, became obsolete in the whole power scaling. But, you know, the SSG could be like a upgrade to it, right?
Not unreasonable to think that Blackbeard could connect to Vegapunk. It would make a pretty interesting Frankenstein and his monster dynamic between Teach and Vegapunk, and could be part of why Blackbeard wants to become the Pirate King, to show his creator he isn't a failure. I do think Frankenstein and his monster would be a really cool dynamic, but in a way, I feel like that's already done with Kuma, right? Kuma was a human, he was turned into this cyborg, slowly losing his personality, and now he's the shining example of why they don't need the Warlords anymore. So I feel like, you know, Kuma is a successful Frankenstein. I don't know why he would create Blackbeard. But I do get the whole point of like Blackbeard, you know, genetically modified for devil fruits, and Kuma genetically modified to have, you know, Kizaru's devil fruit. My headcanon-theory nonsense to support this continues considering what we know about Blackbeard's childhood. Our drawing of Blackbeard as a kid shows him being sad and awake at night. And we know Blackbeard doesn't sleep, which by itself sounds like some scientific creation to me, honestly. We already have some precedent in One Piece with scientists experimenting on children, and another precedent of genetically engineered humans. both from scientists that were also on Mads with Vegapunk, so it isn't stupid to think it's possible Vegapunk has created or tried to genetically engineer children or tested his theories on children. I agree. The whole theory with Vegapunk wanting to test out some stuff on children, especially with devil fruits, is very, very high. But in and of itself, I don't know why he wouldn't have more of this. Vegapunk to me strikes me as a guy that if he fails, he would keep on continuing until he succeeds. If he did Blackbeard, why would he not have other children as well? Unless they all died, right? Like, unless we get really morbid and they all died except for Blackbeard, that could be a theory. But yeah, I feel like Vegapunk would have perfected this by now, especially considering how old Blackbeard is. We don't even know how old Vegapunk is. If we take Vegapunk's age into consideration, this theory might be all garbage anyways. But I mean, this guy's trying, and I give him that. The two big questions to ask now are, how did Blackbeard escape, and why didn't the world government chase him on the down low? The first answer, if I would have to guess, is that Vegapunk threw him out as a failure, left behind similar to the perfectly functional devil fruit that Momonosuke ate. The second answer would be that I think Teach's first goal was to join a crew of the most powerful pirate he could find that would protect him, which he did perfectly, Whitebeard. We had an entire arc showing us what happens when you mess with Whitebeard's crew. It's not unreasonable to think the world government to think that Teach disappeared or died, given the fact that Teach was purposely laying low for some reason and not showing his true power in nature when he was with Whitebeard. Lastly, based on how Vegapunk handled Kuma, with the whole thing in turning him into a total machine but still programming him to protect the Sunny, I think Vegapunk is going to be a chaotic neutral character. Not a friend, not a foe. Just someone who is going to do whatever kind of science he wants, and nobody will stop him because they all want his science drip. Plus, I feel like the whole worldwide genius would naturally just want to min-max what the best combinations of devil fruits would be if you could have more than one. So creating a person who can use multiple seems like a fun endeavor from a nerd's perspective. From being one myself. A nerd, that is, not a science genius. I'm way too dumb for that, LMAO. Honestly, I really like this theory. Even though I'm not gonna go around shoving this agenda everywhere, I do like where this guy's at. It's very different. Usually, the most common theory is that Blackbeard has multiple personalities. That's what I'm on. I'm saying he's Rox's personality. It's kind of crazy, just like this guy's theory. But at least this guy backed it up with a lot of evidence and a lot of things that we've already seen in the One Piece world. So I think this is a high tier theory. Personally though,
that's why that's why you gotta love like especially Blackbeard, right, man? Just the level of, you know, I guess theorizing that people go through, especially just with this one specific character. I'm not even considering all the other theories we get in the story. Just when it comes to Blackbeard, just like, how can he get 2 devil fruits? Why don't he sleep at night? What makes his body so different? What like, what's his agenda? All these things, it's just so much theories you could come with it. Like, I know we not, like, I say a lot of stuff and you guys don't necessarily agree. Sometimes you guys say stuff I don't necessarily agree. Sometimes we just watch other people say stuff and we don't always necessarily agree, but which is fine. You know, it's always good. It's just all in the fun, right? But it's just this one specific character, right? I mean, I would say the only other character that probably gets just as much as theory, maybe even more than Blackbeard, is probably going to be Monkey D. Dragon, right? Like, I'm not talking about Eam. Like, you could say Eam as well, but Eam is kind of relatively new, right? Eam, we just kind of recently start talking about within the last 2-3 years, right? As well as Sun God Nika, you know, and yeah, like God, as well as Lunarians, like those are relatively new talking points. But Blackbeard has been like the topic of discussion for like years and years and years now, right? Like ever since he pretty much was introduced, you know, back in, I don't want to say, well, he was introduced before he was officially introduced. Like we was aware of, because we knew that Ace was after one of his old crewmates, right? Back in, well, this was Alabasta, right? But, you know, we knew about this guy Blackbeard, you know. It just wasn't until I want to say Jaya, y'all let me know when Blackbeard was introduced. I like immediately I'm thinking Jaya, So yeah, and then ever since then, we got the one moment where it was like, yeah, it's not him, it's they, right? Now Desna says that it's the English translation. Whatever you say, Desna. I'll just mess with you, man. But I'll just mess with you. But which it could be, man. Maybe we just been getting it wrong, man. Maybe there's something to what Desna say. I don't think so. I think this is more than that, because I think there's been a lot of breadcrumbs that shows that it's more than just like that moment was more than just his crew just being around. But yeah, man. I think the only other person that gets just as much discussion as far as theories is probably Monkey D. Dragon, right? The Celestials probably up, or not the Celestials, the Gorosei is probably up there too, because people like to talk about the Gorosei, and Gorosei's been part of the story for a good while at this point. So, they wasn't like freshly introduced like Eam and Sun God Nika. Even though Nika was foreshadowed, he still wasn't really, nobody was aware of no Sun God Nika or even Eam. Even if you want to sit here and say Eam was foreshadowed as well, we didn't really officially know about him until, But Cube said yeah, man, we gotta get that Devil Fruit book. Cube said, or he also said, successful artificial devil fruit user, real Marine officers with artificial devil fruits. Okay, yeah, I mean, and I think that could be the case, right? Like they just take their Marines and just But I also kind of like the idea that maybe they were like just clones, because it's like you could just add more to your manpower instead of having to go recruit people and then make them part of SSG. And instead, just create the SSG, right? But yeah, I could still see it being just normal Marines, right? It could be that as well. Cube said, it's the only thing I see compared to the Shichibukai system in terms of power. He was first mentioned in Drum. Yeah, Blackbeard. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't remember his when he was mentioned in Drum, but let me know. But yeah, I think it's probably like an upgrade to the Pacifista. Like it could be an upgrade to Pacifista, right? Like unless Pacifista, because I could see why maybe they stopped the Pacifista project, because maybe it's expensive, right? Like you gotta build these big cyborgs, right? As compared to just recruiting more Marines and giving them these devil fruit abilities. So maybe the Pacifista program was just too expensive, where it was just like obsolete because it's like it costs more, all that stuff. It wasn't as efficient as opposed to just powering up your fighting force. But let's continue.
Even though I like this theory, I don't agree with it. But if this did happen, if this was the case in One Piece, I wouldn't be mad at it though. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in it, but if it happens, it happens. Like, it is what it is. And I really like all the work this guy put into it. I like well-crafted theories, and this guy gave us something good. Look, this first comment right here, it says it. Great read. I never thought about this possibility. If you want, you can add a little piece to your puzzle. It's speculated that Blackbeard comes from a snowy island. And where was old Vegapunk's laboratory located? Was that really a thing? Wait, why is it speculated that Blackbeard came from a snowy island? What's the lore behind that one? Wasn't Punk Hazard a normal island until
there was I think we get a little picture of Blackbeard in like a snowy area crying to the moon. I think that's what they're talking about.
Kainu and Aokiji fought. I believe they're the reason the island is snowy and burnt. Maybe he's from Drum Island, because he went there and effed up Wapol. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that Blackbeard was actually in Drum Island before Luffy got there.
Oh, okay. This is what you was talking
How
about.
much of a menace Blackbeard was gonna be in the story, way before we.
Cube said Blackbeard was the one who attacked Drum with his crew, and Walpole fled with the 20 doctors. Oh, I vaguely remember that, man. I don't see Drum Island is like an arc that I hardly remember outside of like a lot of the stuff that's related to Chopper, right? Everything, a lot of the other stuff I kind of forgot, but you know, dang, now I gotta go back and read Drum Island or go check it out or something because I don't remember that. Like I really don't remember Drum Island that clearly. You know, it was like a lot of stuff in Drum Island was just maybe kind of forgettable for me. You know, because it happened so early in the series, right? So, not saying it was a bad arc. It's just I just kind of forgot about a lot of Drum Island. But yeah, like he's talking about it now, so
Even freaking met him. Next up, he's forgotten both those things. Also, Garp's scar 25 times before volume 60, and Zoro's swords on the wrong side, and Sanji's eyebrows going the wrong way. And random broken doors being fixed in the next panel. He forgot to draw Ace's freckles, so often his editors had to tell his assistants to always double check for Ace's panels. Oda is no doubt a genius, but he makes mistakes a lot. It's not impossible with the limited time he has to make each chapter. I agree with this. I've always said Oda is great, but he always makes mistakes, and it's human. He has a really crazy time crunch to make these chapters. Every now and then he's gonna forget something small. But Blackbeard and his teeth are not small. Whenever Blackbeard shows up in the manga, he is the main focus. All those panels we saw up there of Blackbeard's messed up Ron.
yeah, I agree. I don't think it's just an error, right? Like I think like it's like Sanji. You say he drew the guy say he drew Sanji's eyebrows the wrong way, right? That's a mistake. I get it. But let's say if he drew Sanji and he just drew his eyebrow normally, that's not like a mistake that it's not something you easily make a mistake, right? Like just to completely, or he just doesn't give Sanji an eyebrow at all. Like that wouldn't be, you know, like drawing it the wrong way is one thing. Cause he still drew it. He just drew it the wrong way. He forgot which way he drew it, right? That's a mistake. Not drawing it is completely different. Like if let's say he draws Blackbeard's teeth, like maybe he forgets a missing tooth, right? So we said Blackbeard, that could be a mistake, you know. But drawing Blackbeard with all teeth, it's kind of, you know, I mean, it could still be a mistake, I guess. It could still be a mistake.
Sanji teeth are of him being the main focus. It's not like some small side thing, you know, like Sanji's way off in the distance, he's missing an eyebrow. Maybe Zoro is, you know, constantly throwing his swords everywhere. Oops, it's on the wrong side. Those are small details. He draws them so often, it's just like second nature. He draws over it, whatever. It happens. If you draw Zoro 1,000 times, you're bound to mess up at least 1 or 2 drawings. If you draw Sanji's eyebrows every single day, you're bound to draw it the wrong direction by accident. It happens. Blackbeard being a main page focus, especially the last one, right? Like all of these, you can consider them semi-small, maybe like half the page. This one and this one and this one and this one. A lot of these are literally full page spreads of Blackbeard. It's not easy to make a mistake like that. I feel like it's definitely intentional. Maybe I'm like a conspiracy theorist and I'm looking way too deep into this, but I don't think it's a coincidence. So with that being said, this was really short. Those were all the comments I wanted to talk about. What do you guys think about the Marshall D. Teeth?
All right, I'm gonna subscribe, dude. Kind of like how he kind of got like a discussion format. Yeah. So let's get these chats. Cube says Blackbeard was the one who attacked Drum with his crew and Walpole fled with the 20 doctors. Yeah, I have a good memory. You do got a good memory. You got a way better memory than me, man. I was definitely that's why I like when you're in the chat, because I can always depend on you to make sure, you know, I got the right information, right? You know, that's what I need from you guys, man. I like when you guys tell me like, hey, you know, it really happened like this. You know, when when I'm on these streams, sometimes my brain is going at a high speed, so I'm missing. I forget small details, right? You know, So I like to leave the specifics of stuff to you guys to remind me, right? Elson Jackson said, "I didn't think Sanji's brow being the wrong way was a mistake. I didn't think Sanji." Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what panel he's talking about with Sanji. I would have to see the panel because I don't remember the panel. So again, that's just what he said in the thing. I don't remember. It's just my point of saying that because I don't know what panel he's talking about. But my point of him saying that is like if let's say you draw a panel, especially depending on maybe it's a small section, right? Small panel. Drawing it the wrong way could be a mistake versus just not drawing the eyebrow at all. But Angel Room said same. Yeah. But yeah, I disagree with you guys on that, but I don't know the panel. I don't know the panel he's talking about. I would have to see what the panel looks like in the context. I would have to see what like is it a big cover spread of Sanji? Is it just kind of small? Like I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I ever remember seeing Sanji's eyebrow drawn the wrong way. That's something that Oda usually sees or does right the first time. But if it happened, if because the guy said it happened, the guy in the thread, he said Oda drawn Sanji's eyebrow the wrong way. I can see how it would be a mistake, But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the chapter, or not the chapter. What am I thinking? It's not Sunday, y'all. It's not what y'all talk. What y'all got me saying? What y'all got me saying? No, but yeah. So that's pretty much the video we reacted to. So make sure y'all go click the link. Click the link to the original video. Go show him some love if you rock with the video. Man. That burp. That's why it's hard for me to say that whole y'all wanted me to do the Blackbeard's laugh. I couldn't say it, like my chest is hurting today, so working out, so I can't get that wind, from the because you gotta get it from the diaphragm, right? And then it comes up, and then that's when you get the Z ha ha, you know what I'm saying? I can only do it just a bit, but I can't manifest enough. I can't manifest enough power to fully give you the full Z ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't play around with the Z ha's. You know what I'm saying? You can't play around with the Z ha's and the wododos. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of Whitebeard's laugh. It's like, ain't it like get it, like I don't know. He kind of be mumbling with it, like get it, get it. All right, somebody sending me the brow panel as we speak. I gotta see like a normal Sanji panel too. Send me another Sanji panel, like how it's originally supposed to be, right? So yeah, send me a panel how's like the original way it is. I just want them for comparison reasons. Elson Jackson said, "I didn't think Sanji's brow was the wrong way was a mistake." Same. Elson Jackson, he said, "Pick in the Discord." Yeah, I just seen it. Angel Room said thanks for the stream. Elson Jackson said thanks for the stream. They get it, but he kind of like you know how Whitebeard is. He just kind of mumbles it. I can't do it, but but yeah, y'all, man. It was a good stream, right? Make sure y'all show your boys some love and hit that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell for notifications for when I go live. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and my Facebook page so you can stay updated on what I'm doing. And if you are looking for a One Piece community to be a part of, we have the One Piece Facebook group and the One Piece Discord for your pleasure. All of these will be linked in the description, as well as the link to the original video. Oh yeah, it was wrong. It was wrong. It was a mistake though. You know, I don't think Oda intentionally drew Sanji's eyebrow wrong. Why would he, like, why y'all think he intentionally drew it the wrong way? Y'all think there's like some bigger theory that Sanji is really two people too? Is that why y'all think Oda meant to mess up his eyebrow? I mean, it is the wrong way though, you know, and it's not like I don't think it's a small panel. I would have to see it in the context of the full page it was on, right? Is it like a full page thing, or was it like kind of a little box? But I mean, it's still a pretty decent sized picture, so it definitely was a mistake though. You know, I don't know why Oda would intentionally do that. You know, unless, you know, yeah, I don't know why Oda would intentionally do that for it not to have been a mistake. You know, but I get it. You guys, you know, y'all did definitely show me the panel though. And it definitely is a pretty decent sized panel. So I get, you know, his exoskeleton wasn't active until after this moment. So you think it's something to do with the exoskeleton that caused the eyebrow to switch? Is that the theory we're using? Said that's the way his brother eyebrows are. But I'm asking you guys, like, what is the overall theory of why the eyebrow is on the wrong, on the, like, drawn wrong, like, because y'all say it's not an accident. So if it's not an accident and it's intentional, there has to be a reason why it's intentional. And I'm asking y'all, why was it? Why do y'all believe it was intentional? You know, and you know, I get that's how his brothers are, but like, why was it? You know, that's what I'm trying to get from you guys. He said that's the way his brother's eyebrows are. Do you think with his exoskeleton that it's changing his body features, such as his eyebrows? Like him being more like his brothers is making his eyebrows be more like his brothers? Is that like the overall theory you're giving me, I guess? Cube said thanks for the stream. Hey man, no problem, man. Thanks for attending, Cube. I appreciate it. Elson Jackson said, just a thought to ponder on. That's an idea I've subscribed to. Okay, I mean, maybe. I don't know, you know. I personally think it was an accident, but maybe it wasn't. You know. I mean, what's the payoff going to be, though? Will we find out that we already know his DNA is changing more like his brother's, but, you know, I don't think that's a super big payoff, though, for his eyebrows. How is his eyebrows now? Is it back to normal? Is it still, like, somebody want to send me an updated Sanji picture? See how his eyebrows are? Uh, just a thought. That's an idea I've had. Elson Jackson said eyes and brows in this case are quite relevant in the story. Okay, and I'm asking you. I'm asking you. How's this relevant? Like I'm asking you, like, how is it relevant? You know, like how is the opposite ending of the changing of the eyebrows? How is it relevant? You know, like that's what I'm. What's the end goal to it? What's the end goal to the theory? The how is it relevant? Like, you know. Uh, Angel Room said yes. Q said people think Sanji is a successful clone, so he gets the eyebrow swirls being similar to Devil Fruit ones. I'm confused of your point, Q. I mean, yeah, I get this. The swirls are like Devil Fruit swirls. I've seen people talk about that. The siblings are perfect. Do they got the opposite direction? Most likely something linked to lineage factor. So is that mean Sanji is becoming less perfect? Like he's imperfect like his siblings now since his eyebrows swirl the opposite way. Um, Elsa Jackson said DD emotion intact verse 6 emotionless. One brow is associated to emotions. Internal. All right, man. I'm just trying. I'm trying. I'm still lost. I'm still lost. I mean, y'all just. I'm lost. I'm lost with you guys. Like I get what you're saying, but I'm trying to put it. I'm trying to get y'all to piece it together. I'm trying to get y'all to help me piece it together because I don't know the end goal to this. I don't know like what this means for the story. What Sanji's eyebrows mean for the story. Is it like an upgrade? Is it are y'all saying like his eyebrows changing a special trait? I guess like maybe this puts him over ahead of the other Vinsmokes, so maybe he's just some special being, right? I mean, I guess that what y'all saying? I mean, I guess that's what it kind of sound like y'all saying. Like he's just, you know, the fact that his eyebrows change in size, it means he's a perfect clone or something. Um, One brow is associated emotions, internal. The other brow is associated with the exoskeleton, external. I do too much about this theory. That's a quick summary. Might need to find a good look. Y'all got something. So if there's a theory to this, there was somebody who's explaining it. How about this? Y'all send me the theory on the Discord. We could talk about it tomorrow. Send me something about Sanji's eyebrows, because like I get what y'all saying, but I don't really know what it means as far as like the overall story, or oh, Sanji's overall character that's going to be meaningful to the story. Like, does it lead somewhere? That's what I'm saying. So y'all send me a video. I mean, y'all all saying different stuff, and I'm like, y'all seem like y'all got like the same thought, probably like y'all got the same belief in the same theory, but it's like y'all saying different things. Uh, he said, I don't know much about this theory. That's a quick summary. Might need to find a good theory about it. I don't know much. That's what I thought you probably said. But yeah, so y'all just saying it's just something to do with their character. It kind of sounds like what y'all saying. It's just something. It's just a character trait. If you got eyebrows a certain way, you're gonna be more associated with your emotions. If you got different eyebrows as far as Vinsmoke's, you're gonna have a different type. You're gonna be more emotionless. So I mean, I guess that's what you're saying. I guess it has no bigger. I guess there's no bigger meaning for it than other than just the emotions part. It's an upgrade. The exoskeleton similar to his siblings, so it's an upgrade. Okay, all right. So it's an upgrade, I guess. I guess it's an upgrade. But all right, so yeah, that's pretty much the stream, god dang. We almost this stream was longer than I thought. Like kind of seemed like it went a little fast. It seemed like it went faster than it did. You know, I didn't realize we was almost on 2 hours. Like dang. But anyway, y'all, it's your boy Sean P. And y'all have a good day. I'm out of here. Peace.